Welcome to the gang jumping in and out of different realities and probably coming out unharmed and unaffected. Probably. I'm Naanless, and as you will soon find out, it seems God can somehow forsake this party even more. But before we get into it, a quick recap. Bagunga threw a fish so violently that it eviscerated a young man asking for money. The party went over to Jerebeth's abode and took care of her pest problem. And finally, they found out that the demons were using Minecraft PvP base building strats this whole time. Alright, now that that's over, let's go vibe with the damned. It'll make sense later. It has been one in-game and probably IRL month since we've last left the party. The Queen and her reinforcements have arrived to help deal with the Midnight Fane. She commends Bagunga on all that he's managed to accomplish so far, but has some reservations about all the weird shit he's been up to lately. Fair. That's fair. Anyway, it's finally time to begin the assault on the Midnight Fane. A small contingent of elite and dialogue-having people head down into the depths of Drezen. They're gonna need to be extra careful. I mean, there's an active rift into the abyss down there. The environment is already showing signs of corruption. God only knows what would happen to a mortal body if it found itself inside the actual realm. The contingent find a nice cozy spot and set up a defensive foothold. The Queen and the Hand of the Inheritor will stay there and defend the way out. But they'll also be distracting the main demon force while the party sneak around and actually do things. The gang will know if the foothold needs help whenever they hear a sick horn solo. Alright, with the safe word set up, the gang head out to do their usual shenanigans. One of the first noteworthy things they see is wildly popular hot demon lady, Minahgo. She's currently hiding behind a massive pile of corpses whilst threatening the party and attempting to flee. Classic Minahgo. But also, they find a bunch of aggressive crystal dub demons looking for some ouchie deliveries.
Endure this! Make every strike count.
Distract them from me.
Retreat is not an option.
After a bit more demon killing, they come across something that probably shouldn't be touched or interacted with at all. It's one of the access points that leads straight into the abyss. So, of course, they rush in, no questions asked. The abyss is very purpley and very lava-y. Nahindrian crystals can be seen everywhere. This must be where they mine it. Among other things, they find mean crystal monsters and stinky mud people. Having probably sucked up dangerous levels of weird demon pathogens or radiation, the party find another rift back into the Midnight Fane. They find themselves slightly further away than they were originally. This slight change in coordinates has completely confused and bewildered the demon forces. With this advantage, they manage to sneak around and find Minahgo once again. She's seen telling a sizable chunk of troops to attack the Hand of the Inheritor and the Queen. And, believe it or not, she even tells them to like and sub to the Naanless YouTube channel. Maybe you should listen to her, you know? Seems to have a good head on her shoulders, you know? Anyway, the army moves and Minahgo retreats to the shadows. The party rev up for a classic Minahgo chase, but that's when the horn blows. The boys need help.
Endure this!
Tactical retreat! No?
You've crossed the wrong mongrel!
Having barely survived the assault, the party take a nice, cute little restful nap under the watchful eye of the Hand of the Inheritor and the Queen. Hey, wake up. These monstrosities won't bully themselves. The gang do some reinvigorating stretches and try to follow Minahgo's trail. They come across a room full of people dangling on hooks. They're borderline husks, barely alive. It's almost as if they spent a couple hours talking to this dude. Minahgo reveals herself and holds these husk people hostage. It seems they're her food source. She tells the party not to follow her, or she'll kill these borderline already dead people. Darrazand lifts up his arm with absolute grace, and just casts the spell, breaking her link to the husks. Panicked, she begins to run away, but without immediate medical help, these husk people will wither and die. So Bagunga is forced to let her go, while the party heal the hostages. One of them happens to be the real Yaniel, the Drezen war hero that was impersonated by Vorlesh all the way back in the retaking of Drezen. The gang escort these poor people back to the foothold and continue on. While chasing Minahgo, the party cross into the abyss once again. This time though, they meet a succubus called Grisilla. She is apparently a priestess of Nocticula, and she doesn't wish to fight. Completely unprompted, she states that she wants to be crushed betwixt Lady Nocticula's thighs. I was so IRL flustered by this that I had to write in my own notes that I was not lying to myself. I should call her. When asked why she isn't fighting alongside her demon brethren, she answers that she sees the party as the clear victors in this situation, and she isn't the type to fight losing battles. She also states that she's annoyed that Darrazand won't let any demon retreat back to the abyss, instead forcing them to die for the cause. She says all this while simultaneously simping for the commander. She then, once again unprompted, gives the key to Balor Darrazand's room over to the party, and then just leaves. Finding another rift, the party leave the abyss, and immediately hear the horn. They drop everything and rush to their aid.
Close ranks. Me.
They probably won't be attacking again for a while. This is the perfect opportunity to attack Darrazand. Using the key they got from that convenient succubus, they breach Balor Darrazand's room. The walls are painted with blood. The room is full of bodies of demon deserters. Darrazand stands tall in the middle, and Minahgo stands before him.
Let me into the rift, Darrazand! We're all going to die here!
You will fight, all of you, or else.
She probably would have died then and there, were it not for him getting distracted by the arrival of the party. She uses this opportunity to slink back into the abyss.
You and your little troop made a fool of me at the Battle of Drezen. Finally I can lay. Finally.
Mongrel.
Down this damn it all.
The Queen decides for some reason that it's time for an employee evaluation.
We shall talk about you, Commander. About how well you have discharged the duties I entrusted to you.
My righteous sister in faith, must these discussions take place now at such a moment?
The first and most glaring issue I'd like to discuss is how you have used the divine gift that was bestowed upon you. The Commander is more interested in frivolous japes and pranks than winning the war.
Anyway, she fires Bagunga. He is no longer the Knight Commander. The entire party is bewildered and disagrees with this decision. Regel was like, quote, Ayo, what? Even the Hand of the Inheritor was like, quote, Ayo, what?
I deeply respect the desire to bring discipline to the Crusades, but not all the accusations you leveled at the Commander are guided by that.
My righteous sister in faith, you are entitled to make such a decision, but please reconsider whether this is the right one.
But then she elaborates and reveals her plan. She states that, yes, the supply line has been disrupted, but the source of the Hindrian crystals is still out there. So she wants to send the party and the Hand of the Inheritor on a secret mission into the abyss, while she takes command of Bagunga's crusade and destroys the only exit. Before she realizes how much damage Bagunga's policies have actually caused the crusade, he gladly accepts and throws himself and friends into the abyss. They find themselves in an alien world. The Hand of the Inheritor says that this is the domain of Lady Nocticula. More specifically, the Midnight Isles. Well, stuck in the abyss, the party now have 3 main goals. 1. Find and destroy the source of the Nahindrian crystals. 2. Hunt down Minahgo in her own homeland. And 3, maybe like if they happen, perchance, if like by some sort of luck they happen to see Lady Nocticula, maybe ask for like the thigh thing or whatever. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. If you have extra time on your hands, consider checking out my friends, the Discord community, my Twitch, and the Naanless Swords channel. All links in the description. And as always, thanks for watching, and contemplate tuning your peeper orbs to this fascinating outro frequency.